Today's episode of Big Goal Energy is about something that a lot of ambitious women wrestle with, but we don't always name it. What happens when the life or the business or the success that we've built is good? It's good. It's good. But deep down, it's actually not great. I want to talk today about the moment when holding on to what's working, what's safe, what's familiar actually becomes the very thing that is blocking you from the bigger vision that is trying to come through to you. Over the last month, I have completely rewritten my vision for my business. And I'm going to be honest, it shook me. I did not have on my 2025 bingo card, reevaluate your entire business. Was not in the plans, but I realized that the version of success that I'd been holding on to and trying so hard over years to build was actually keeping me small. It was keeping me in the realm of what's good enough, when I know deep down in my heart and my soul, I'm here for greatness. Y'all, I was born as a quintuple Taurus. I'm not here to fuck around. I am here for greatness. And the only way for me to get there was for me to be willing to let go of the good. Today's episode is all about the courage it takes to release what you've outgrown, even if it's working, even if it's stable, and even if other people don't understand. Because the life, the business, the career, the success that you really, truly, deeply crave and desire cannot live in the same space as what you're afraid to let go of. If you have been feeling in any way the nudge, the whisper, the inkling that it's time to expand, if you've been quietly dreaming about something, but you have stuck yourself into holding on to what's good enough, this one's for you, my friend. Let's jump right in.
You were never meant for a small life. You have bold ideas, audacious dreams, and visions that keep you up at night. But the truth is, big goals don't come with step-by-step instructions, and success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from becoming more. Welcome to Big Goal Energy, a podcast for high-achieving women who are done shrinking, striving, and second-guessing, and are ready to defy reality in pursuit of the life they actually want. I'm your hostess, Bri Seeley, goal architect, subconscious strategist, and your permission slip to want what you want. Join me as we go beyond the surface level success to explore the mindset, identity, and inner work required to bring your biggest, most delulu goals to life. This is your space to be seen, to be expanded, and to remember that you are not alone on this journey. Let's get into it.
Oh, goodness. Today's episode is going to be a juicy one. I have a feeling that some of y'all listening are going to feel a little called out. I have a feeling that some of y'all listening are going to get a little uncomfortable. I have a feeling that some of y'all listening may unsubscribe from Big Goal Energy after this. And you know what? I'm going to be here when you come back, if that's the case for you, because what I'm about to say is about to ruffle some goddamn feathers. And while I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable, I'm also not sorry, because my job on this planet is not to pander to you, pretending like you're here for any less than your biggest goals. That's not my role in this world. If you want someone to tell you, oh, you're good enough, stay where you are, that's not me. I'll never be that person for you, which I think is a great thing. I promise I am never going to enable you to compromise on your dreams and goals. I will never be that person to anyone, ever. There's a lot of people that don't like that, and that's what I came here for. Again, quintuple Taurus. I came here to break shit, including what you think is good enough for you. Several years ago, a friend came to me, and he was in a not great relationship. Seemingly, from everything that was happening, it was good. It was a good relationship. They cared about each other, had great adventures together. They had similar visions. Their families got along. From the outside, it was a good relationship. And then he would share some of the things that she would say to him. And he would share some of the ways that he felt in relationship with this person. And I finally said to him one day, you're gonna have to let go of this. You're either gonna have to be okay with having a mediocre, borderline abusive, at least verbally, relationship with someone, or you're gonna have to let go of what you know, even though it's not bad, but also it's not great. Good to me feels like this purgatory. It's not terrible. It's not the fucking best thing you've ever experienced in your life. Maybe I live too much in the extremes. I don't know. That's a conversation for a different day. But I had to say to him, I was like, you got to get rid of the devil you know. Is that going to propel you into having to date? Yeah, it is. That's the devil you don't know. Does dating kind of suck? Yeah, it kind of fucking does. Is it worth it when you find the person that uplifts you and that empowers you and that you want to spend the rest of your life with and that you actually want to build towards amazing dreams and visions together? Yeah, it's worth it. The devil you don't know is worth it when it takes into consideration that you are sacrificing your dreams, goals, and visions right now for good. You're sacrificing the vision of greatness that lives in your heart for something that is mediocre at best. And I bring this up today because if you've been listening to the episodes for the last several weeks, you know that I have also been on this journey. The episode from 2 weeks ago, I believe, is the one where I talk about my entrepreneurial midlife crisis and how my business has been good. It's been good for 10 years. It's been good. It hasn't been great. There is so much more that I want from my business. There's so much more that I want from my time on this planet. I was just doing a reflection in preparation for a retreat that I'm going on to Mount Shasta in August. And the question was, what is your greatest fear? My greatest fear in the entire world is that I will die having not made the impact that I'm here to make in the world. That's my greatest fear. She listed some other fears and I'm like, oh, I'm not scared of any of that shit. I'm not scared of any of that. I'm not really scared of dying. I'm not really scared of other people's opinions of me. I'm really not scared of much. I'm fucking terrified of dying without creating the impact that I'm here to create in the world. And that means that I, based on where I've been and where I am right now, have to have some come to Jesus moments with myself because I am not there. I am not impacting at the level that I want to be impacting. And if that's my greatest fear, then something fucking has to change. For the last 10 years, I've washed, rinsed, repeated my business super easily without much change in my results. And again, it's been good, but it does not even hold a flame to the vision of greatness that I have within.
If you're listening to this and thinking, I wish I had more people in my life who just get it, you're not alone. Big goal energy women are rare. We're the ones dreaming big, defying norms, and refusing to settle. And that is exactly why I created the Big Goal Energy app. But it's more than just an app. It's a community, a safe, supportive space where ambitious women like you and me can gather, grow, and go after our biggest goals without judgment. Inside, you'll find real-time conversations, powerful tools and resources, and exclusive content you won't get anywhere else. And yes, direct access to me to support you on your journey. Whether you're building, dreaming, shifting, or scaling, you don't have to do it alone. Come join us inside the Big Goal Energy app and surround yourself with women who dream as delulu as you do. Download the app now or visit briseeley.com/community to learn more.
So I've been here in Arkansas for 2 weeks. My trip is wrapping up in a few days, and I've had to look at and reflect on what does greatness look like to me? What does greatness mean to me? And I said this in the episode 2 weeks ago. If I were to just copy paste the last 10 years and then the next 10 years, would I be satisfied? No. And this process now is requiring me to have to look at what has to go and what has to stay. There are things that have to go within me, how I operate, my identity, who I believe myself to be, how I show up in the world, but also tangible things within my business have to go. And then I get to look at the blank slate in front of me and say, what gets to go on this? What things are aligned with my greatness that I now get to put on the canvas that I am painting that is the masterpiece of my life and my business? One of the things that I've never believed to be available to me is this idea of having an exitable business. And I was on a call with someone about a week ago, and she works with people to build exitable businesses. Now, as a solopreneur, your mind might be a little scrambled right now. Mine was, because I'm like, well, I am my business. My business is Bri Seeley. My handles, my website, my coaching, everything is Bri Seeley. So that option is not available to me. And then I started getting curious and was like, but what if it was? What if I could pour a few years of my life into this thing and walk away with $500,000 paycheck? What if I could do that? What if I could build something that had so much value in and of itself that I was not the key ingredient to that? What does that journey look like? And who do I need to be as the leader of that journey for myself to get myself there? I actually very quickly realized that not only am I building one exitable business right now, I'm actually building a second exitable business right now as well. In the last 72 hours, my entire perspective on goodness and greatness has been completely upended. What's interesting is, had I not given myself permission to create this space in my life by leaving town for 3 weeks and have 24 hours worth of driving under my belt in those 3 weeks, the spaciousness, the conversations, the curiosity, the inquiry, the journaling, the meditation, I don't know how quickly I would have gotten to this realization. It blows my mind how goodness blinds us. Goodness basically puts on blinders and prevents us from seeing anything else but where we're currently at and what we're currently working towards. When we take off those blinders, we don't have any limit. If I can come to the realization in 72 hours that I actually have 2 exitable businesses on my hands and that is aligned, I made a list this morning of all the ways that this move in my life is aligned with my vision of greatness, with my core desired feelings, with my core values, with the life that I'm building for myself, but also with Jordan. I mean, it is incredible. But I had to be okay with releasing myself and freeing myself from, frankly, the jail that I've put myself in over the last 10 years in order to be available for this clarity to come to me, in order to be receptive of these next steps, this vision that's available to me. As I said in the intro, we cannot live in the same space as the thing that we need to let go of. Now, for me, obviously, that looked like literally physically leaving the space for a few weeks. I don't believe you need to do that, but you do have to start asking yourself, what would it look like for me to let go of what I've been holding on to, whether it's a relationship, a job, parts of your business, health? What are the elements of your life that are currently good that you've been holding on to? And do you have the courage to say, that's actually not what I want? And in order for me to get what I want or create what I want, I have to have the courage to let that go. There's a quote in Rocket Man, which is the Elton John movie, that says that in order to become the person that you're meant to be, you have to kill the person you've been. Obviously, very extreme example. But in this instance, you kind of have to kill what's good to bring to life or be open to having enough space to receive what's great. I had to stop dating guys that refused to make me a priority in order to call in someone who from 10 hours away put more energy and effort into dating me for 6 weeks before we even met in person. And now I'm married to that man 3.5 years later. You are sacrificing the things that you so deeply desire because you're comfortable with what you have. I told you from the beginning. I told you I was going to ruffle some feathers. I warned you. I let you know. And this is coming from a woman who is pretty fucking successful and has been pretty successful for a pretty long time. And I still hold on to the goodness, the good things. I still get comfortable. I've been living in the Groundhog Day for a little while now, y'all. Thank God my spirit comes through and is like, girl, no, nope, get the fuck out. And thank God I have friends and colleagues around me who are willing to kick me in the ass. We're not here for good. You did not come to this world for mediocrity. You did not. You didn't. I'm so sorry that I have to be the person to show this to you. We did not come here to compromise or sacrifice. We came here for greatness. We came here to be the ultimate creators of our life, to bring forth our deepest desires and visions. And yet here we all are, present company included, playing it safe, not actually going after the things we want and saying, well, this is good enough. That stops here today, friend. At least for me, it does. I would love for you to join me in drawing that line in the sand. At the end of the day, that's up to you. There is free will. You get to choose what you want to choose, but choose it consciously. If you're going to choose the goodness consciously, choose it saying, I know that I am sacrificing my greatness for this goodness. To wrap up, my friend did end up leaving the woman that he'd been with for many years, and he started dating, and he met someone else who was lovely, and then that didn't work out. And then he went on a few other dates. And then he got set up by some friends and they just moved in together. And she is his greatness. And they wouldn't have found each other if he had hung on to the good enough. If he had hung on to the good enough. I would not be going after what I'm about to go after if I was okay with good enough. And I don't want you to be okay with good enough either. I know that sometimes when we're going after our big goals and visions, it can get exhausting and daunting and feel like it's taking too long. But I just want to remind you that's not a reason to compromise. It's not a reason to let go of your dreams or goals. It might be a reason to reevaluate them. The business that I'm evolving into is going to look very little like the business I've been running for the last 10 years. Not fully ready to talk about where I'm going or what I'm doing. For now, things will be staying the same, but behind the scenes, I'm going to be changing a lot of things. And that's my greatness. I just want to invite you. Will you give yourself permission to let go of the good and embrace the great? I hope so. And if you need any help with this process, please reach out. You can email me, Bri@BriSeeley.com. You can find me on Instagram @Bri Seeley. You can download the Big Goal Energy app and shoot me a DM on there. I am holding space for your greatness and my greatness and all of our greatness. Because if we're not here for greatness, what's the fucking point, y'all? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Big Goal Energy. If this episode resonated with you, if you're like, ooh, this spoke to my soul, Bri was bringing it today. She brung it. Please, please, please share this episode with 2 friends who maybe are currently stuck in the goodness and ready to step into the greatness. I would be so grateful for you to help share the Big Goal Energy movement with everyone you know. But for today, just 2 friends is enough. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the app. Don't forget, there are secret podcast episodes in the app that you can get nowhere else. Little behind the scenes peeks at some of the things that I have going on in my life, in my clients' lives, all the things. So come join us on the Big Goal Energy app, and I will see you in the next episode.
If this episode lit something up in you, share it. Text it to a friend, post it to your stories, or leave a review, because Big Goal Energy is meant to be felt far and wide. And if you're ready to go deeper, explore the tools, hypnosis sessions, and support because your vision deserves more than hustle, join us on the Big Goal Energy app by visiting your app store and typing in Big Goal Energy. Your vision, your goals deserve alignment, ease, and your fullest self behind them. Until next time, trust yourself, dream bigger, and never forget, you are here for greatness.